On YouTube, JammyTheKid00 here, coming to you guys with another deck profile. Since the most recent YCS in Europe, YCS Turin, and the victory of Sam Pedigo using Geargia, my inbox started to receive messages saying, can you update your Geargiars? Can you do your own take on Geargiars, please? So I figured, why not? I had the stuff in the binder, I want to try it out again. I am a slave to stuff that tops, but I didn't want to straight net deck his build, because I play for my locals unless I'm going to a major event. I never take like anti-dragon decks to locals. I would never take a deck remaining 3 Iron Walls, 3 goes, however many goes in matches it was, and a Soul Drain to my locals, because I will just flat out lose. So this is my Gear variant, prepared for my locals, and changed to play the way I like it. There are a lot of things that are very similar to his build, but there are a lot of things that make it divergent. And while I've been testing this on Dueling Network, a lot of people have fallen for those things because they've thought that I'm playing a straight net deck of his build, meaning I'd be playing no battle traps, almost no responses to an OTK, and things like that. And people just go slamming into these things, and it's that unexpected factor. So there are a few things in here that are a lot more fun. There are a couple of changes to the extra deck, but we'll go through the list, and you'll see as we go along, I guess. So we're going to start with the main deck. I don't have a side deck built yet. I haven't actually built one myself. I suppose it would contain all the things like triple Iron Wall, triple Gozen, triple Rivalry, triple MST, but you can make that up as you go along. If you're that fixated on net decking this, just make your own side deck. That's always the same advice I give you guys. So I play the 3 Geargiarmor. Geargiarmor is essential for your search plays. It's essential for basically all of your plays, setting up all of your plays. So it's only natural you would want to play 3. I then play 3 Geargiarsenal to get to your armors. It's literally only in there realistically to get your armors. Yes, it is a nice 1700 normal summonable beta, but you'll rarely use it to hit over things unless you're stuck under a Thunder King, where you'll maybe summon that and special 1 or 2 of these, 1 or 2 accelerators, and try and swing over it or swing into it. Like, that's the only real times, but a lot of the time you'll just be going, okay, turn 1, normal summon this, sack it, get Geargiarmor, flip Geargiarmor face down, go. Like, that is how you'll usually be using this card. Sorry about this, I seem to have suddenly developed a cold just as I started recording. I then played 3 copies of Geargiaccelerator. I understand that Sam Pedigo played 2. I really like 3 because it gives me plays past the OTK or past my push if my push fails. If my push fails to go through, I still have another accelerator in deck to make another little Xyz play or another little Synchro play. So, and I don't really see how it would be a dead draw at 3 or clog at 3, because it just means that you'd have to search less and you could go off quicker. So I don't know. I understand why 2 is better, because 2 is all you need and you can fill the deck with better things then. But I still quite like 3 Accelerator. Continuing on into the level 3s, I play 3 copies of Geargiano MK.II. We are playing the Geargiagear, or whatever it's called in English. I think that's what it's called. So we're playing the 3 MK.II and the 1 Geargiano. MK.II is really, really powerful for making your ranks 3 Xyz plays, but it's also really powerful in tandem with this for making cheap Black Roses. If you have this and you have Karakuri Watchdog in grave, you're able to just go get this out of the grave, tribute it, special Watchdog, make Black Rose, and you've only used 1 normal summon. So if you have any special summonable plays, you can then go off. So it's pretty cool like that. I don't really have much else to talk about with the 3s. They're literally just targets for Geargiagear. They work like pseudo accelerators if you have a Geargiagear down, because you can go Geargiagear, get 2 of these, summon a Karakuri tuner, and they're like accelerators. You can make all your synchro plays. So they're pretty cool like that. But otherwise, there's not much else to talk about them. So now we're going to talk about our Karakuri tuners. We play with the 1 Nanishi and the 2 Watchdog. You only ever really need 1 Nanishi. Nanishi is really cool because he lets you make a little bit of an extended play. Because of course you can only flip summon your accelerator once per turn, and sometimes you might not accelerator, your armor once per turn, and you might want to flip it face up a couple of times. So you can have it face down, normal flip summon it yourself, you know, get the accelerator, set it face down, then later on in your play when you decide making Karakuri things, summon this off of 1 of your Karakuri synchros, and then have it flip your armor face up again using its effect. So it's pretty cool like that. The Watchdogs, they're level 4 bodies. They're level 4 tuners. That's about all I want to say about those on that matter. I play the one Birdman for another kind of tuner. It's really, really good. You just search it out with Gigant, and you're rolling. Once you've searched out your Gigant, you are sorted. Sorry, something just fell over. But yeah, this is probably the best tuner to have out of all the 4 I play. This is the best one because you can have like armor, special accelerator, bounce the accelerator to special this, and then special the accelerator straight back. So it's just a free droppable tuner. Continuing on with the monster lineup, the only other monsters I play are 3 copies of Maxx, and there's one other guy. There's one other real good guy because Monster Reborn is banned. I like the 3 Maxx just because when people special summon against you, it's a deterrent. I don't play Swift in this deck. Because of the fact that I'm maining, I think, 19 traps. And I prefer Maxx as a deterrent when you've got like 2 or 3 sets, and their opponent tries to go off. If you show them Maxx as well, they will be really afraid to go, like, really push, unless they've got traps done, in which case you lose. They'll be really afraid to really push, because if you Maxx and they give you a few cards off the Maxx and then just run into a Mirror Force or something like that, you've gone plus, and they've gone minus. So the Maxx is a deterrent in a deck with this many back row. I don't feel the Swift is that necessary in this build. I then play one Redox. Redox is in here as the Monster Reborn, and it's also really cool for making your big eye plays. I keep considering playing Star Eater in the extra deck because I have situations where I can make this with a Karakuri Watchdog, but I haven't needed that for game yet, but it would be nice if I could do that. But yeah, that's the monster lineup. I believe it's 20 monsters or something to that nature. Something just inside that, I'm not sure. So that was the monsters. For the spells, just like Pedigo, I am only playing 3 Upstart Goblin. I did test the deck with like a book. I tested it with Dark Hole. I've tested it occasionally with dualities in the past. And I just felt that they were all a bit subpar. I'd just rather play the Upstart Goblins or just play traps. So like the traps will keep me alive. I'll get to my stuff faster if I stay alive using traps than if I duality and stuff. So the Upstarts do the job. I then play, for my traps, we're going to start off with the kind of unconventional traps, if you will. So the 3 Geargiagear. This is like a mini return from the different dimension. You just flip a face up and get 2 Geargianos, so Mark II, and then as I like to call it, the Mark I. So you just get this, 2 Geargianos, and then you can immediately make your Gigant if you want to, or you can summon a tuner and start to go off because they're level 4 because of this card. So it's pretty nice, pretty nice. Something that really differs from Pedigo's list, which is something that I really love, is 3 copies of Waboku. Waboku is a really interesting card for shutting out, A, your opponent's pushes over your stuff, B, just situations in which you maybe go for an OTK or you go for a bit of a push, you get stopped by a Swift or something like that, you're up against Dragon Rulers. I've had a lot of situations in which I've been playing against Dragon Rulers, and they've gone to make Crimson Blader on me, and I've been able to Waboku in front of the Crimson Blader and then just push through the Crimson Blader in my turn. So the Wabokus have proved really, really useful in just stopping myself from getting absolutely destroyed by a big push, a big monster push. I don't know, there's just been situations where, or if I've had to stop under Maxx and I've left two materials just on the field, I can just set the Waboku, stop under the Maxx and say go, because even if they start to try and attack into my weaker monsters, I can just Waboku and stay alive, unless they've got the trap stun. That's always the worry. The trap stun is a card. Similar to Pedigo, but in a different quantity, I am playing 2 copies of 7 Tools of the Bandit again. I've always liked 7 Tools of the Bandit. I used to play it ages and ages and ages ago. But in this recent format, and in most of the recent formats, it's just been proving a bit subpar. But I prefer it in this build to trap stun because it lets you go off and really target the card you want to kill. Because you don't want to be playing trap stun when you're going off, because there are cards like Call of the Haunted, Compulse, and Gear you need to use when you're going off. So 7 Tools is a bit better in this list. I then do play 2 Call of the Haunted. 2 is a really good number. It's just really useful in situations in which you get slowed down, your opponent warnings one of your summons, you're able to try again. It's like how it is in Insectors, where you really need a normal summon to stick sometimes, like you need the normal summon of the tuner to stick or things like that, whereas if your opponent has the warning or something like that, you can just Call of the Haunted it back and say, do you have another warning? So it's just pretty nice like that. And now for the more conventional traps, I play the Double Mirror Force, just because it's a card to force your opponent to go -1, it allows this deck to go plus, and it allows you to clear the board for a potential OTK next turn if they can't put anything else on there. And then for the one-offs, I play the 1 Compulse, the 1 Bottomless, the 1 Torrential, and the 1 Warning. I like to have a lot of removal and a lot of things to stop plays. So that is why I'm not playing the Iron Walls and things like that, I'm just playing pure like removal and just stopping power. So that is the entire main deck. This isn't going to be as in-depth as some of my other lists, because I haven't given this enough testing yet. I've only played a few games with it, because I have an assignment due in before I break up for Christmas. But I'm hoping that I can give you guys enough insight, and I did prepare this pretty quickly, because you guys were asking for it. For the extra deck, this is still extra deck in progress. There are lots of other things I want to play. I really want to play an Acid Golem, and I really want to play a Star Eater, but we'll get into that later on. So for the Exceeders, we play double Gear Gigant X. You don't need a third. Something I should really explain real quick. You don't need a third Gigant, you only need the two. They really come into their own, in my opinion, for setting up your Birdman plays, or putting a bit of extra damage on board in your pushes, because of course you can like drop 2 accelerators, make this detach 1 accelerator, and add that same accelerator back to your hand from the grave, so it only really costs you 1 accelerator to make him. So he's basically really easy to put extra damage on board. But the main reason I do find myself using him is setting up my Birdman plays. Like, I can have my whole OTK in hand, but I cannot have my Birdman. So I'll just devote 1 Geargiagear to this, search the Birdman, and then either during that turn, if I still have like the normal summon, or if I still have like, if I can make the OTK, I will. So I can go like Gear Gigant X and then push. I'm rambling really bad. I shouldn't be recording this right now. I'm so tired. For the generic stuff, I play the 1 Maestroke and the 1 Daigusto Emeral. Those are the only rank 4s I play. The Daigusto Emeral for resetting and just kind of refueling my deck if my OTK goes south. And the Maestroke because it's really generic and it's an out to Ophion. So that's the thing. Then for the non-rank 4s, I play 1 rank 3 in the form of Zenmaines because it's the most destructive guy. He's just, in my opinion, the best rank 3. I don't know, I'd really like to play Acid Golem as well, so I can make a 3k beta and like kill over things like Crimson Bladers and things like that. If I'm locked under Crimson Blader and I have a Geargiano, but it'll do for now. And then 1 Big Eye, because the Big Eye is really powerful in tandem with the Redox, or 2 Bures, or just situations where you need to just steal your opponent's shit. Like, I've stolen my opponent's Crimson Blader so many times with this, and then just ruined their Dragon Day. So that has been my Exceeders. For the Synchros, I play 3 copies of Bure, because this build makes Bure a lot better than it does Buredo, and I can't find my other Ultra one, so I have to play this horrible Super one. So 3 Bure and 1 Buredo for our OTK pushes, basically. That's the only reason they're in there. OTK pushes, and this guy's just really cool. He's a really, really good Synchro. It's one of my favourite Synchros. Then for the more generic stuff, we play 1 Black Rose, because I like the ability to remove all your stuff. I think Pedigo didn't play this card, but there are so many situations in which the Black Rose wins the game. So I really like that. The 1 Stardust, the 1 Scrap, the 1 Crimson Blader, and the 1 Colossal Fighter. While I understand why Colossal Fighter is really good, because it's good against Blaster and it's good against Crimson Blader, there have been so many situations in which I absolutely hate this card and I never want to have it, because I've never made it in any of my testing. And I have had plays where I've had to get over a Crimson Blader, and I've never made this in my testing. So, I'm really considering kind of for something a bit more fun, like that Acid Golem, like that Star Eater, like just something a bit more fun and a bit more off the wall. But I suppose it's in there because Sod's Law says when I put that Star Eater in there or something like that, I'll get Crimson Bladed, and I'll get Crimson Blader put down against me, and the only way I have of getting around it is Colossal Fighter, and I won't have it. Like Sod's Law says that will happen. But yeah, that's about everything I wanted to talk about with this profile. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoy trying to decode the name on this Italian Geargiarmor, because it has the best name in the world, and I'm not even going to try and say it, but if you can, the camera should be in HD, so check out that name. But yeah, otherwise, I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm going to be putting the deck list in the description when I have time to do so, so don't be surprised if it's not there immediately. And otherwise, yeah, check out my Facebook page. Tell me what decks you guys want to see. Just send me PMs on there or comment on some of the pictures I've posted on there. Facebook link will be in the description below. Otherwise, as per usual, I don't say this very often, but like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you've thought of this video and what you want to see in the future. Either way, guys, this has been Jamie the Kid 00, and I'll see you guys when I do. Peace out.